1 Metz vs Clermont prediction, team news, lineups preview. Ligue 1's bottom two teams in the table will meet on Sunday when Metz host Clermont. Metz ended a winless streak of 10 league games when they defeated Nantes last time out, while rock-bottom Clermont have failed to win any of their last 6 matches. Match preview. Surviving relegation was always likely to be difficult for Metz following their promotion as Ligue 2 runners-up last season. But their victory against Nantes could breathe new life into them for their final 10 matches of the campaign. Georges Micotadze and Mathieu Audal scored within 2 minutes of each other at Stade de la Beaujoire to help Metz claim all 3 points against Nantes for the second time this season, with Laszlo Belloni's side's win against Lorient in their following game in late November being their previous Ligue 1 win. As such, the Maroons will head into the weekend's action 4 points from safety. Although Montpellier, who will travel to Nice on Friday evening occupying the relegation playoff spot, saw their lead ahead of the bottom two teams cut to only 3 points despite drawing against Strasbourg. Belloni, who led Nancy to promotion from Ligue 2 in his first-ever managerial job during the 1990s before repeating that feat with Metz in his first season at the club, clearly has a massive job on his hands to keep them in France's top flight. However, recording another win against the only team beneath them in the division would make their mission much more achievable. Clermont, of course, were promoted to Ligue 1 for the first time in the club's history in the 2020-21 campaign. They survived by only 4 points in their debut season, but hugely improved to record a remarkable tally of 59 points last time out, ending up in 8th position in the end. However, the Lancers' third season has been far more testing, with Pascal Gastien seemingly unable to find solutions to their problems. The 60-year-old has been in charge of the club since September 2017. Meaning he is a legend in the local community of Clermont-Ferrand after making history less than 4 years later. Clermont were thrashed 5-1 at home by Marseille last weekend, with Bilal Boutaba's equalizer 7 minutes prior to the hour mark proving to be a false dawn. Former Arsenal forward Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang quickly restored the visitors' advantage after Iliman Ndiaye had opened the scoring halfway through the opening period. That defeat leaves Clermont 6 points behind Montpellier and 7 adrift of Le Havre in safety prior to a ball being kicked ahead of the weekend, which could prove insurmountable tallies with only 10 games remaining. They may require all 3 points against their relegation rivals in Metz on Sunday to keep the dream alive. Team news. Metz are expected to remain without Ismail Traoré, Benjamin Teta, Kevin Dorham and Albi Jallow due to injuries. In truth, it would be incredibly surprising if Belloni opted to make any changes to his starting 11 after finally returning to winning ways against Nantes last weekend. That should mean Micotadze leading the line once more. Clermont, meanwhile, will travel without Grégoire Kai due to a foot injury. Maxime Gonalons has been unavailable recently since suffering a head injury against Nice, and may not be risked once more, while Maximiliano Coffrys must serve one more match of his suspension after being sent off against Rennes. Gastien is much more likely to make changes after seeing his side thrashed by Marseille last time out, with the likes of Johan Magnan, Comnan Andrick and Jim Alavina all vying for a starting berth after appearing from the bench during that defeat. Metz possible starting lineup: Ukija, Colin, Hurrell, Cand, Udal, Ada, Kamara, Jacques, Van den Kerkhoff, Micotadze, Zay. Clermont possible starting lineup: Dia, Pelmard, Matsima, Ogier, Borges, Keita, Magnan, Alavina, Cham, Virginius, Nicholson. We say, Metz 1-1 Clermont. Metz will have taken plenty of confidence from returning to winning ways last weekend, and they will be viewing this match as the perfect opportunity to cut the gap to the teams ahead of them. However, Clermont should not be underestimated given their high performance levels last season, especially as this game could be their last chance saloon in terms of saving themselves from relegation. We can envisage a nervy draw. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more.